Hello, my loves. Welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. Today, we're going to be going in deep on your special person, whether it's your twin flame, soulmate, beloved, crush. What are their current feelings for you? How do they truly feel about you right now? So if you're new to this channel, welcome. I am Dr. V. It is so great to have you here. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Join this incredible family. We are so supportive. Get active in the comment section and you will see. So today I have 3 options for you, actually 3 different decks. So you can pick from deck number 1, number 2, number 3, or you can choose them all and take the messages that resonate for you and your situation. And shortly, I'm going to be showing you which deck is which. But before I do that, I just want to remind you that this is a general reading, all right? Not everything may resonate. So if you are at that point where you really need clarity and guidance from spirit on your unique journey, right? You may be feeling heartbroken. You may be feeling really emotionally spent. Your person and you may be in some sort of struggle, or maybe there's a no contact situation or little contact, right? Maybe you just feel like you need to know what is going on so that you can move forward, so that you can get answers. And so if you're at that point, please do consider having a personal reading with me. I'm one of the few that offers the live reading experience where we get together on a video call. I get to see your beautiful face. It is so wonderful. It's the joy of my life because I love connecting with you in person. It is a very healing and transformative reading, and Spirit will answer all your questions right there in real time. So if you'd like to know more about that, as well as my video recorded readings, you can go to livetarot.com/readings. All right, so let's show you which deck is which. Okay, so for deck number 1, we have the Dreaming Way Tarot. So go ahead and, take a deep breath, meditate, see which of these you feel most guided to. For deck number 2, we have the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. And for deck number 3 here, we have the Tarot of the Golden Wheel. So go ahead and make your selection and we will get started with the Dreaming Way Tarot. All right, my beautiful group number 1 that chose the Dreaming Way Tarot. Let's take a look at what are your person's current feelings for you. How are they feeling for you at this time? We have the King of Wands. We have the 6 of Wands. Okay, a lot of fire energy. So your person could be a fire sign, although they don't have to be. We have Death. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, very interesting. Look at this. Wands energy plus major arcana energy coming through here. So very powerful. So I feel like your person right now, they are really trying to be the kind of person that you feel attracted to. It's like this person, they know that things may have moved forward slowly with you. They know that things may have been a little bit more of a struggle. Like, it's been very like a step-by-step kind of process. And I feel like it's because maybe they were not as they were not kind of in this King of Wands energy, where maybe this person wasn't as bold, as forthcoming. Maybe they were a little bit more reserved, and they feel like right now they're afraid that you might not be interested in them, or you might not still want to pursue a relationship with them because they're not as attractive to you. I feel like this person wants you to see them as this King of Wands energy. They kind of want to rise to the occasion. They want to step into being being a bit more bold, a bit more vocal about who they are and what they want. This person currently may be a little bit more shy. They may be a little bit more reserved, very guarded. It may be very difficult for them to open up and be a little bit more bold around you and in their life as well. For some of you, I feel like with this Death and Wheel of Fortune energy, I feel like there is some sort of a third-party situation that needs to be resolved or ended so that you guys can have a new beginning here. Okay, so that's not for everybody, but take that as it resonates. And that situation doesn't have to be romantic. Sometimes people are stuck in a particular cycle when it comes to even their family or their professional life, where that cycle is taking up a lot of their energy. It's taking up a lot of their time. It's distracting them. And for some of you, I feel like that the cycle that your person is in right now may be making them a little bit more complacent or not willing to take action. Okay, so this is why I think in their feelings for you, like they really love you. They want you to be attracted to them. Like they feel like maybe you're like, maybe initially they felt that you were passionate about them, or like you had passion for them. And now maybe that your passion for them is waning. It's actually decreasing. It's getting lower. And it may be because you might be turned off by the fact that they are not as bold as what you may find sexy or interesting or alluring. So I feel like this person is trying to make themselves more attractive to you because they feel like maybe they're not quite where they should be. But they also want this to work out. Okay, they really want things to work out with you. And it may be that they want to express to you that they want you to have a little bit more patience with them, you know, like they understand that maybe things aren't moving as fast as they could. Maybe they're not able to give you the kind of offer or the kind of commitment that you would want, or that they also want. But what they feel is that if you could be a little bit patient with them, they're definitely moving forward. It may be slower than usual, but it's definitely strong, and it's step by step. Like they want this to work out. They want to move forward with you. But I do feel like they're aware that something has to come to an end. Now, this could be a third-party situation that needs to come to an end. But like I said, it could even be a life cycle. The third party could be a life cycle where they have certain responsibilities, or they have like family obligations, or for some of you, it is an actual third-party obligation. It's a relationship that needs to come to an end or is coming to an end. But I feel like this person is very much feeling like it's time for that situation to come to an end so they can have a new beginning with you. But that's why it may be a little bit delayed, okay? That's why they this death energy, I feel like whatever this decision is for your person is a big deal. Okay, this is a big decision, and it's going to change the course of their life in certain ways, right? And so they have to be ready. They have to be comfortable to make this decision. Now, whether that is a decision to break up with the current person they're with, if it's a decision to divorce somebody, it could be anything. It could be any level of commitment. It could be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a partner, a husband, a wife. But I feel like whatever this decision is, it's weighing heavily on your person's mind. Like they love you, they want to be with you, but they also know that once this weapon comes down, there may be no turning back from that, and they kind of have to mentally prepare themselves for that. And it may not be something that is easy for them to do. But they also know in their feelings for you, Group 1, that they do want a change. They want a new life cycle to begin for themselves and for you. They're ready for this Wheel of Fortune to turn in your favor and in their favor. Okay, but they might be a little bit afraid to pull the trigger, as in they might be a little bit afraid to do what needs to be done to end something, so that something between you and them could begin and could lead to a victory, can lead to success, can actually work between the two of you. Yeah, so I feel like, for some of you who this is some sort of a third party, like I said, they are afraid of their community in some way, whether it's, they're afraid of divorcing or breaking up with somebody that they may have been with for a long time. They're afraid of their reputation, maybe what family might think, what friends and colleagues might think. There's definitely, like I said, I've been feeling that before. There's some sort of a community element there, right? And for some of you, this death or, this ending of a relationship, it doesn't have to be an ending. If it's not a third party, it may just be that there's a phase where they may have to move on from certain obligations that they may have taken on towards family, towards business, towards colleagues, co-workers, business associates. There's something here, okay? For some of you who this isn't like a romantic third party, there's something here that needs to come to an end. I feel like your person has to initiate some sort of change in their situation in order to move forward with you. Yeah, see? So I feel like they have definitely committed somewhere else. And again, for some of you, this could be a business commitment. It could be a family commitment. It could be a family business commitment, or it could be another romantic commitment. But they feel like they need to honor or finish those commitments in order to move on and create a sacred space for the two of you to move forward. So something has to end here, group one. Okay, something has to end in order for this person to be able to commit to you. Okay, so this is going to be really key. And I feel like in their feelings for you, it's like they love you a lot, but they are definitely struggling to make that final decision with whatever they need to deal with. Yeah, forgiving and learning. See, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay, so this is really, really powerful. I feel like your person, whether it's a third party or any other situation that is right now slowing down your union or blocking your reunion if you're in separation, they feel guilty. Okay, they feel like they have to ask somebody for forgiveness if they're to move on from that person some way. And again, it could be a parent, it could be a sibling, it could be business, it could be romantic. Whatever this is that needs to be resolved, your person feels guilty. But at the same time, they also feel guilty about letting you down. So it's almost like they know that they need, again, that death blow. They know that something has to end. They have to speak up and they have to do it, but they're also feeling very guilty about doing it. So that may be what is slowing or delaying this union or reunion, right? Like they feel like they have to ask for forgiveness. They feel like they have to give reasons. They have to do explanations. Like it just feels emotionally heavy, okay? Emotionally heavy for your person. Yeah, and that's why I feel like, yeah, for some of you, your person may be spiritual. They don't have to be. They may be religious. They don't have to be. But I feel like what this is definitely some sense of right and wrong that this person feels in their heart. And in order to move forward with you, whatever they need to end or deal with does weigh heavy on them in terms of their conscience, in terms of what they see about themselves. I don't feel like they want to do the wrong thing. They want to do it. They want to do it right. I feel like they feel responsible to a higher energy or higher power. Like they don't want to mess up anybody's life. They don't want to screw over anybody else. Like they want to do things right. They love you. They want to move forward with you, but they also don't want to screw over anybody else because they do believe that it's important, that the energy around the decisions they make should be pure, like they should be good. They don't want to build something on the destruction of something else, right? Like I feel like they've come to understand that. So let's see. Let's put their feelings into words. And please do hit that subscribe if you haven't already. I would so appreciate it. It really helps the channel and it's absolutely free to you. So thank you for your support. I know that you've moved on and this is all in my head. Is it, or do you still think about me? Okay, so take these messages as they resonate, depends on your situation. But for those of you who are in separation, I feel like for some of you, this person has felt that maybe they just didn't act in time, okay? And that maybe it's all in their head, you know, like that you've moved on or not, and they're wondering, what is it? Like, do you still think about them? Do you still care? Being apart has been more difficult than I can accept. Yeah. So they're definitely struggling if there's been a separation here, group 1. I miss you no matter what it looks like on the outside. I've become good at hiding my true feelings. Don't lose hope for us. We've been through tough times together. I will always fight for us. Okay, so let's take a look at, is there anything that they are willing to do about these feelings, right? What are they willing to do? Is there going to be action? What are they thinking and feeling when it comes to action? Okay, so I feel like this person is definitely still in the mode of being able to make that decision, okay? I think they're afraid of what lies on the other side, okay? There's a fear that they have. If they actually conduct this, like if they actually go through with whatever this death energy is, if they end something, whatever it is, if they say no to whoever they need to say no to, they are afraid of what's going to lie on the other side of that. Okay, so that might be one of the reasons why they're not taking like quick actions. The 6 of Wands, that might be why that progress is slow, because they're still trying to figure out what's going to happen on the other side of that, right? And that uncertainty is making them really, really scared. That is the energy that I'm getting. Yeah, see, so they know that it's time to release, okay? So I feel like whatever anxiety they've really been going through, and I feel like it has been a very anxious time, you know, in terms of dealing with whatever these problems are, they also want to finally release. They want to loosen their hold, relax, unwind, release fear, anxiety, and doubt. So this fear that they have of the mystery of what might happen on the other side, I feel like they're willing to finally see what happens. Like, okay, if I make this decision, if I take this action, I have to have faith and let go of my fear and anxiety that it will work out. It'll work out with you. We'll be able to figure this out. We will be successful. I think that's what they are trying to come to, that level, that feeling, right? So I do feel like they feel like this goal of the two of you being together is a big one. Whatever their blocks are, I think are big. And so they do see it as something big that they have to kind of work their way to. But I feel like they really do want to move forward with you. And they know that it may take that King of Wands energy, that bold move, in order to do so. And I feel like they're kind of gearing up to make that move. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can go to livetarot.com/readings. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've used in this reading. They're great problem solvers at home. They answer your urgent questions right there in real time. You can also order the amazing manifesting piece, the Blessed Twin Flame Necklace. It's such a beautiful, highly personalized piece that's going to help you unite or reunite with that special person, or even call in new love. So make sure you go to livetarot.com, check out all of the magic we have there. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 2 that chose the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. Let's see. What are your person's feelings for you at this time? What are their current feelings for you? So, oh, beautiful. You know, I just absolutely love this card in this deck. So thank you, Spirit, for uncovering my favorite card for group number 2. First of all, I love it so much because I love tattoos. But the second reason why I love this card is, of course, who doesn't love the Ten of Cups? But look at that cozy little house. I just love it. Look at this. The two hands together, and then, you know, the little road leading to this cozy, cozy home. Beautiful. What a great start to this reading, group 2. How are they currently feeling about group 2? 4 of Wands. Oh, I'm loving this. This one flew out. 8 of Wands. Beautiful. Now let's get one more. How are they currently feeling, Spirit, about group 2? 9 of Wands. Okay, so Wands heavy energy. Interesting. We're kind of on a roll here because group 1 also had Wands heavy energy. So I feel like there must be some sort of a very passionate energy going through the collective as well at this time. And that's a good thing, you know. Passion is a good thing. Sometimes we need our emotions to be stirred up because, you know, sometimes in life we get a little bit complacent, you know. We forget what makes us feel alive. Sometimes we get so, you know, distracted by everyday issues, whether it's our responsibilities, the drudgeries of everyday life, work, kids, home, money, finances, bills, all this stuff. And sometimes it's like we lose that fire that we have within us. And I feel like that is what your person is feeling about you at this time. It's like they feel like it's time to kind of reignite that passion, that fire. Maybe you guys have gotten into some sort of phase in the relationship where, you know, things started to feel comfortable, but there were also things that were not being said. Okay, so I feel like this person, they feel incredibly cozy with you. Okay, they feel very comfortable with you in a good way. Like they feel safe with you. Then when they're connected to you and when things are flowing, they feel very emotionally content with you. They love spending time with you. They love kind of being in this energy, right? Like we're so cozy in our, you know, in our little space here. You know, it's like this is how they see this relationship, this connection. It feels so good. It feels content, cozy, kind, loving, warm. There's a lot of emotional contentment, and it's making them, or it's leading them to the idea that maybe it is time to move this relationship to the next level with this 4 of Wands energy. So I feel like this person has definitely considered in the past or is currently thinking about, you know, should I make an offer? Like whether it's an offer of marriage, whether it's an offer of moving in together, where it's like it's an entire proposal, right? There's something here about this person feeling like they are coming to a point where they really do look forward to and want to stand in front of the people that you care about the most, your family, your friends, and actually make that commitment to you. And I feel like right now the passion that they're feeling for you, 8 of Wands, is very immediate. But maybe this has been a long time coming. You know, I feel like with this 9 of Wands energy, I just feel like maybe this is something that you've been waiting for a while. You didn't know if it was coming. You didn't know if it was going to happen. And I feel like they feel like maybe this is the right time to actually move forward and to move forward faster, because there might have been some sort of complacent energy, right? Like there might have been some sort of energy where like, yeah, we're happy, things are good, you know, we've had our ups and downs, but, you know, maybe we've been distracted lately by other things. We haven't had as much time to spend together. See, I feel like with these two energies, maybe you guys are coming off of some cycle of struggle where you really, when you're together, when you're connected, when you're talking, you do feel amazing, but maybe you guys haven't had as much time to do that lately. Maybe things have gotten a little bit of like, you know, being taken for granted, like, oh, this, you know, group 2 is going to be there, so let me go, you know, figure out other stuff. So I feel like this person feels like they don't want to lose you. They don't want to lose that connection. They need to liven things up. I feel like they want to, you know, bring back some excitement. Maybe things have gotten a little stale. Maybe things have felt like they're just kind of slow or kind of like stuck in the mud, a kind of energy. So I feel like your person right now, they want to bring back some sort of passion and excitement back to this relationship. So they may be asking you to like go out with them for something fun. They might be asking you to take maybe a vacation, maybe a weekend getaway. For those of you who are in a long distance relationship, this person may be asking you to meet them in person rather quickly. They might be saying, hey, we haven't seen each other. Maybe you haven't even met in person yet. They're going to ask you to meet them somewhere, or can they come to your place? Can you go to theirs? Is there some way that you guys can see each other in person? If you are in a long distance relationship and you have met before, they're going to be like, let's see, when can we see each other next? Okay. We can't let too much time go by. I do feel for some of you, maybe some time has gone by if you're in a long distance relationship and this person's like, well, we can't keep letting more time go by. Otherwise, we're just not going to feel great in this relationship. So there's definitely some sort of a energy that's a little bit stuck, and it doesn't have to be that there's anything hugely wrong with that, but I feel like your person knows that part of the reason why things may have been stuck also is because there's some defensive energy, right? Like people have been wounded in the past, people have been heartbroken in the past. I feel like both of you are coming from some sort of an energy of like you have definitely been betrayed or screwed over by other people in the past. And so you guys have been taking your time. Maybe you've been taking it very slow because you want to make sure that this is there for you. You want to make sure that you're headed in the right direction, that your hands are together, right? And that you are on a path towards creating this beautiful little, home, this life, this energy of, we are together, we are united. We're not in this, oh, this is just me. I feel very bad. I feel like I've struggled a lot. I feel like people have really been wrong to me. People have used me. People have betrayed me. So these are two very different energies. Like this is the energy of like, it's just me against the world. This is the energy of like, no, we're together. We can face anything because we are together. So I feel like there's definitely a progression here. It's like, your person wants to feel this. They want to make sure that this is in the past. And if you feel like things aren't moving forward, then I feel like all the more reason why they're like, okay, we got to fix. If there's something here that is bothering you, if something's here that we're still being triggered by and being complacent, like things have just gotten like, blah, then it's time to fix it. That 8 of Wands energy is a really lovely energy of, spark and excitement, and let's shake up the energy. Let's do something new. I feel like if you are a feminine watching for your masculine wants you to feel very special. That's why I feel like they might be asking you out on a fancy date. They might be asking you on a vacation, a getaway, meet up somewhere. If you're distant, let's see each other soon. I feel like they want to make you feel very special. They want to romance you. They want you to feel that you are that special person in their life. And with that 4 of Wands, I wouldn't be surprised if for some of you, this person is planning a proposal of some kind. Okay. Interesting, right? So I feel like they want to take ownership of where you guys are at right now. Like it's time for you to acknowledge like, okay, this is where we're at. And once you take ownership of maybe what has been holding you back or what has been slowing things down, then you can discuss how you want to move forward. So for some of you, I feel like there's something unspoken here. I feel like there's some conversation that needs to be had. Something needs to be talked about. People need to acknowledge or own what they truly want. Okay, like if one of you wants this marriage or proposal or commitment, then it's time to take ownership for what your desires are. And it's okay to express that. Like, this is what I want. Is this what you want? For some of you, I feel like with that 9 of Wands, maybe some things have been unspoken and those have been feeling like they are red flags. I feel like Spirit is saying like there's tremendous potential here in this connection. There's so much that you could have here, but it needs to come out into the open. If you've been silent, if you've been afraid, group 2. If you've been afraid to ask for what you want, to get your needs met, that is a red flag. You don't want to do that. You want to be open. You want to come out of that 9 of Wands energy. Don't be so defensive. You know, you don't need to try to control every situation, because not every situation is in your control, right? You can't control how this person is going to respond if you need to have a conversation. Okay, so for some of you, I do feel that this conversation needs to be had about where is this going? Where is this relationship going? And for many of you, I feel like this person does want to show you how committed they are with this privileged lady energy and this ownership energy. They want to tell you, no, I am committed. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not gonna, you know, I may have run away in the past. For some of you, maybe you've had some ups and downs, and that has contributed to that 9 of Wands. But I feel like they are coming out of that. Like they're coming to a point where it's time to talk about this. And you don't have to feel like you need to control them or they need to control you, or that you have to feel like you can't speak your truth. Okay, so I feel like if there has been silence here, Spirit is saying you're coming to a place where it's time to speak your truth. So let's get their feelings in actual words. And if you could go ahead and click that subscribe button, I would so appreciate it. It's totally free to you, but it helps my channel so much. So thank you for your support. I still feel deeply connected to you, but I won't admit it. Okay, so take these messages as they resonate. This may be for some of you who may have a stubborn energy going on here, right? Like there may have been some separation or some sort of a break with that 9 of Wands. And now it's time to take ownership, right? And I feel like that's why I'm saying, like, this person, if you're in that position where it's like they're deeply connected, but they may not be able to speak their truth. And I feel like that's what this is as well. Somebody here needs to speak their truth, and it's not out there yet. I feel like you're on the other side of my every breath. See? Very deep connection. Not surprised, 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Obviously, that's going to be a very deep connection. Please give me a second chance. I still love you and want to start over. I want to share my life with you. Yeah, see? You're the one for me. We're twin souls, and that's what scares me the most. I'm seeing it all clearly now. Wow. Powerful. So let's see, you know, what actions do they want to take based on these feelings? Where is this going next? What actions do they wish to take for group 2? Yeah, so see, I feel like there may be issues here where it's like, who's in control of the situation? There may be some back and forth on this with control issues with that 9 of Wands. People are afraid, they don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to take ownership. They don't want to speak their truth. They're afraid that, you know, like they'll come off as controlling. And I feel like if you feel like you haven't spoken your truth, group 2, if you feel like you haven't expressed your true feelings and what you truly want, if you want that commitment, if you want that proposal, if you want to move in together, whatever it is, you need to take ownership and not be afraid that it looks like you're trying to control the situation. There's a difference between being controlling and being expressive of what your needs are. And it's important. I think Spirit is saying, know the difference, right? When you talk, speak what you want, and you talk about this is what I'm looking for in a relationship, that's not controlling. That's expressing what you desire. And you have every right to get that. And if this person can't give you that, then that's another conversation, right? So I feel like this person is definitely processing through whatever is going on here. And I feel like this is another beautiful energy of them wanting to desire to have that conversation, to process it through as a couple. Okay, where do you stand? Where do they stand? What do they want? What do you want? It's time to process this out in the open without being silent and quiet about it. Because you guys have definitely been in some sort of a momentum here where I feel like maybe things were not being spoken, things are not being expressed, and you may have felt that that's just a cycle you're in. There's a momentum there, there's some level of fear, but I feel like Spirit is saying the time is coming now where it's time to break the silence. Okay, it's time to start speaking up. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can go to livetarot.com/readings. I have the live reading experience as well as the video recorded. You can also order the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. These are great problem solvers for when you need answers urgently at home. You can also order the beautiful manifesting piece. It's highly personalized. It's called the Blessed Twin Flame Necklace. Beautiful for bringing in union, reunion, or new love. So make sure you go to livetarot.com. Check out all of the magic there. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one. All right, my beautiful group 3 that chose the Golden Wheel Tarot. Let's take a look at their current feelings for you. What is your person currently feeling about you, group 3? So we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 10 of Swords. We have Temperance. Ooh. We've had 2 just fly out in this reading, and we have the 8 of Swords. Okay, so really interesting energies coming through here. This person, I feel like there has been some sort of a separation or struggle definitely at this time with this person, and they are really regretting it. They were in some sort of a very bad cycle. Okay, they felt right now they're feeling very, very blocked. So whatever has happened, whatever this is between the two of you, whatever cycle that you guys have been going through has made this person feel like they're hitting rock bottom. So especially if you guys are separated at this time, it is really, really bringing this person down. It is making them feel very, very bad about themselves. And I feel like it's also affecting so many other aspects of their life. Like, I feel like if you guys have broken up recently, this person, every aspect of their life is being affected. Like, they are not being very productive at work. Like, they don't have their attention at work, right? They're very distracted. They're not around like really with their friends as much. Like, they're just really out of balance right now. They're feeling literally like life has just dumped a whole load of stress on them. Okay, they feel very lost without you. I feel like this person really relied on you a lot, group 3, for their balance. Okay, there was something about you, your love, your connection, the really strength of that connection that brought a lot of balance to this person's life. And I think they took it for granted. I think they didn't realize how much this relationship was helping them to literally lead a better life. Like, that's the energy I'm getting, is that this relationship, this connection that they have with you was like life-giving, in the sense that it brought tremendous amount of balance and goodness to your person's life. Okay, you were a beautiful, wonderful influence on them. Your energy made their life better. And I feel like this person may have experienced a lot more success in life. Like, just they're happier, they're more productive, they're doing things in the world, they feel motivated, right? Like, this connection was so good for them. And if they have lost you, even if it is temporarily, even if something has happened here, I feel like it has been devastating for this person, because I don't think they realized the extent of how much goodness you brought to their life. Like, they may have appreciated you, they may have said, good things. I'm not saying that they were like ungrateful or anything like that, but I feel like, they didn't, I don't think they expected that something would happen. Something would derail this for them. I don't think they saw that coming. And I feel like they are now in a very difficult phase. Okay, so they're like grappling, they're like floundering. I feel like they're wanting to come back into this energy of what life was like when you were with them, you know, like how they felt and what they saw in themselves and how they saw themselves through your eyes. I feel like there was just a lot of love, a lot of connection here that this person is now thinking of, almost like it was in the past. Like that was then, that was this beautiful cycle. And now I'm in this really bad cycle. Look at this person. Look at them. Like, see, it's like they're in this cycle where they're just like, what the heck? There's a lot of regret. Look at this person. They're just completely defeated, right? So I feel like your person is feeling defeated right now about whatever has happened between the two of you. They realize that they've lost their balance, okay? So for some of you, I feel like this person may be acting out right now, okay? Like in their pain, in their frustration, in their loneliness without you, they may be acting out. They may be doing things that are out of balance, okay? So this means like, you know, they might just be like, you know, becoming like more of a workaholic, like, okay, I'm going to put all of my energy and just work, so I don't have to think about this pain. They might be partying, they might be going out more, but doing things that are just not useful, right? They might be, you know, drinking more, just doing stuff to like forget their pain, but it's not really helping. I feel like they're very, very self-sabotaging right now. They know that they are holding themselves back, and I feel like it's becoming more and more of their limiting beliefs, right? There's something here that they are not seeing the light. They're not seeing that, you know what, they can do something to change the situation. For some reason, there's an energy of like, I'm wallowing in my misery. And we're going to get to like, what will their next actions be? But right now, they just seem to be very, very held back. And I feel like it's their own mindset, their own thought process right now. It's like their own limiting beliefs that are holding them back, rather than anything that is outside of that. So it's like they're wallowing in their misery. There's a little bit of wallowing in my self-pity, but they're not seeing the path forward. They're not seeing like, okay, I can walk out of this. I don't have to limit myself in this way. I could reach out. You know, I can apologize if that's what happened, like if they've done something wrong, or I can reach out and try to start a conversation or open things up, you know, and be available. I feel like their problem right now is that they're not emotionally available. They're not making themselves available for the openness of talking to you. Okay, there's something that they're not open to right now. They're wallowing in something, but they're not yet opening up the lines of communication. Okay, toil of labor. See, this is why I feel like they're adding on a lot of undue pressure on themselves. They're adding on a lot of labor on themselves. Like it's almost like they feel like, depending on what's happened between the two of you, and it's going to be different for everybody, right? They're right now, they're in a little bit of a self-pity mode, thinking that it would be too hard to make things work, or it would be too hard to reach out and have that conversation. Okay, for some of you, again, I feel like they are working hard right now to like avoid that conversation. It's almost like they like, I feel like this also represents what I was saying about them being distracted by work. They're trying to maybe pick up extra shifts, work overtime, just like keep themselves working so they don't have to face the emotions of what needs to be faced. And it's giving them an excuse also to say, well, life is hard. You know, life is hard. You know, I don't know if you know, this is going to change. I don't know if this can be fixed. It's very, very much of their resistance, okay? It's very much of them deciding ahead of time, oh no, you know, like this is too hard. See, I feel like the reason they're doing that is there's definitely some sort of an ego battle going on here. Okay, they may have messed up. They may have done something that was really, you know, hurtful, bad, something here. And it's almost like they know that they need to ask for forgiveness, but for some reason, they're not bringing themselves to do it. 8 of Swords with forgiveness, there's some sort of pride, ego, okay? It's like they know that they need to ask for forgiveness, but right now they just won't do it. Their ego won't let them. And that's why I feel like they're either working hard or partying or both, or trying to distract themselves from taking ownership or from taking responsibility for their mess up. Okay? They're delaying asking for forgiveness. Yeah, see? Because this person, I feel like they tend to have some sort of codependent or toxic behavior. Okay, they have a hard time. I feel like this person definitely needs healing or therapy or counseling to understand why they get imbalanced. Temperance, right? Why do they get imbalanced in relationships? I feel like this person can be very feast or famine. Like they can have more of like a extreme personality. So like when they're in, they're all in. And then when something goes out and they're out, they're like all out. They're like, oh, I don't know how to get back in again. It's too much work. It's too much, you know, I have to admit my fault. I have to apologize, you know. I feel like this person definitely has certain toxic tendencies that they do need to work on. They're not a bad person. They need to become aware of those tendencies and see addictions. Didn't I say like this person might be acting out right now by drinking too much or doing something that is like, you know, like some sort of addictive, you know, toxic behavior because they don't have the tools. They don't have the skills to manage what needs to be healed, right? Like they're not looking inside. They're more right now complaining about where they are on the outside. Yeah, see? So they may carry some resentment. And this is not against you. I just feel like this person, in their feelings towards you, it's like they want to be with you, but they know they have to ask for forgiveness. They love you, they want to be with you, but they also carry around certain resentments that have built up in their system over time. And I feel like it's a combination of resentment that they may have through any kind of like childhood traumas. Okay, so some of this codependency may come from their childhood experience, like their parents, other relationships. They carry resentment from that. And I feel like that those resentments also keep them from asking for forgiveness. It keeps them from taking responsibility for their own actions, right? For their own mess ups and screw ups. They don't want to take responsibility. So this person may also be coming at you with that 10 of Swords and that 8 of Swords. They may have come at you with like, oh, this is your fault. You know, like they may have some resentment that they've also built up a little bit, I feel. But it might be a bit of more of an excuse. Like, you know, it's a way of not taking responsibility. So let's put their feelings into words. What would they say to you? And if you could hit that subscribe button, I would so appreciate it. It's free to you, but it really helps the channel. So thank you for your support. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. So see what I mean? Like this is what I mean. Oh my gosh, this is such a confirmation. So I feel like you have to be careful. Like this person, again, they love you. They don't mean badly, but I think they're a little immature and unhealed and they need that healing. So if they've gone into silence, it's also because they feel like, oh, you know, if they hear what you have to say, they may not like it because then they have to take ownership, right? Like they have to confess to their issues. And then they don't want to get hurt, right? Like they feel like the hurt 10 of Swords is on them. So I feel like they may be okay with the silence because they're too afraid to hear about, you know, what they need to hear. Because they know if they heard that, now they should be asking for forgiveness. So I'm not surprised. I want to hold you again. I need to feel your body next to mine. Yeah. Not surprised again. I think they're going through a very, very rough time. Like I said, I think they're just going through a very dark time with you not being with them. I want to hold you and be held by you again. I want to wake up with you by my side every day. So I feel like that's the same energy. This is like mirroring energy here. Like this person just really misses you. They just need your presence. I've never met someone like you. You're special. Please have patience with me because I'm still learning. Well, that's for sure. That is for sure. But I do feel that it's time for this person to really start looking at their behavior, you know, and what is driving those, you know, the codependent behavior. So Spirit, is there something here in terms of their actions? What actions are they going to take towards these feelings that they have for group 3? So they may come to you eventually and say, I've learned some big lessons here. Okay, I'm really sorry. I know I need to admit instead of like going after my ego and like being silent and like being prideful, I know that I need to admit I was wrong and that I learned lessons from this. But again, it's like a hard pill to swallow. I feel like this person, you know, they definitely have a pride issue, but I feel like they want to tell you that they've learned their lesson. Okay, so they're definitely driven by fear. And again, when you have those ego issues, pride issues, you don't want to admit your mistakes, definitely that comes from a fear of what's going to happen if I admit my mistake. What's going to happen if I, will I be rejected? Will I be put down? So I feel like this person's ego is definitely delicate, and that is why it may be taking them a little bit of time to come forward, and it's important for them to do so. I feel like they need to come forward. Yeah, okay, so there's definitely some sort of a pausing energy here, okay? So yeah, heavier energies definitely in this reading. I feel like this person will come forward. They will have this conversation, but they may need to kind of wallow a little bit more, because it's definitely a bit of a wallowing energy. And when that wallowing energy ends, that pause is going to end, and they will come towards you saying, I've learned my lesson, please forgive me. But you may have to, wait a little for it. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can go to livetarot.com/readings. You can also order the oracle decks that I've used in this reading. These are wonderful problem solvers at home for when you have urgent questions that you want answered. You can also order the beautiful manifesting piece, the Blessed Twin Flame Necklace. It's highly personalized, and it's a wonderful way to manifest union, reunion, or new love. So make sure you go to livetarot.com. Check out all of the magic there. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one.